What's inside the box? This time it's some animation cells from the 1970s for a public service announcement. I was creating a 30-second spot that was anti-smoking. Now, I eventually turned these into a test, never completing the whole movie, but showed what all the animation would look like. And at the end of this little segment here, I will edit in that test that I recently found in my archives. Anyway, what it was about is I was in high school in the photography class, and I really was into photography and enjoying it very much, but I also started to get a big interest in film. So I asked my instructor if I could do a film project instead of a photo project as the last assignment of the year. He was kind of open-minded and said, sure. As it turned out, the next year they started a film class simply because it had worked out so well for them and they were so interested. So I guess I started the film class in my high school. Pat on own back. Anyway, there's two cells here, and I'll explain each one a little bit, and there are some others that we don't see, I don't have right here. This was kind of a weird creature, based again on some of the creatures in the Beatles Yellow Submarine. You know that one that goes in and sucks up the submarine at the end? Well, this was modeled on him. The idea is, as you can see really close here, he puffs out smoke. Okay, smoke rings. And so it was all hand animated, and he steps forward on each cell. These are paper cutouts, kind of like Terry Gilliam used to use for Monty Python. And as he steps forward, he puffs out one smoke ring after another, and his little flag hat waves in the wind, and it's actually a pretty good animation. No arms, very interestingly. Behind him is his companion, who walks on 4 steps, and he's chewing tobacco. And when he spits, it goes up and over and into that thing. Now let's see if I can find the spit. There you go. That's a much better look at it. You can see the smoke ring better up there, and you can see the spit going into the spittoon, which then splashes out. And that's all repetitive cyclic animation, which is fine. Now this guy here, he's a zoot suiter. I just like zoot suits. No particular commentary on who wore them or why. Didn't even know that in those days or about the zoot suit riots. I just like zoot suits. And he has a FDR kind of cigarette here, but I never got around to drawing the smoke. But he's doing a dance routine, and for him it wasn't supposed to be cyclic animation like with these two guys at the top. This guy adopts one pose and then another completely different pose and then another completely different pose, so he's actually a few frames of each, giving him kind of a interesting, not a jerky motion, but kind of a shift from this position to that position to that position. You'll see it. When I finished all of these, I had all the animation parts done, but I went out and shot the background, and I did a test. This was all in Super 8, and I did a test to try and see how they would mat against the background. So I had to do rear projection, frame by frame, off my projector in a rig I'd created of the Super 8 background footage and put these guys in front, but in front enough that they'd stay in focus, but I could light them separately so that I could see them. On some of them, I did a test where I was using them as mats, so I simply let them become shadows in front of the frame by frame background going by, and then I would click one frame on my camera on each frame, so that the background ran smoothly, and these things created a traveling mat, as it were, of just shadows. And then I did a separate animation of the guys by themselves at exactly the same distance with the same rig, so that they would then later be put into the shadows, and it would look like they were in front of the background. Anyway, that's pretty much what it was. Like I said, I never actually completed it, but from 1970, I do have the test footage that I just described, and I will show it to you now. And then next time, we'll find out what else is inside the box.